Better late than never. Welcome.
Yeah!
It's my favorite.
Yeah!
Fucking Anton Lander.
I really like the back milk collar.
Bag milk. This is Cesus. Cesus.
Yeah!
Tyler, your rem check is so fucking sexy.
Cesus.
Fucking Anton Lander.
It's my favorite.
Good day. Better late than never.
It is so
Better late than never.
fucking
Literally.
sexy.
I'm a day late. I'll explain it. I'll explain what's going on. If you're listening to this, you deserve to know the answer. I'm not going to give it to you. So, but first, I got to tell you about the audio department. Go check them out at theaudiodepartment.ca. Book a little studio time, record a podcast like this one, or frankly, do something much better than what I'm doing. You know? Chances are you're more talented than I am, right?
Of course, Bag Milk, you can't really do anything other than sit here in your basement and try to create content.
All right, Satan. Unnecessary way to start the podcast, but go to theaudiodepartment.ca, book yourself some studio time. Do it for me. Make yourself an album, maybe a spoken word. All right, so I'm a day late. Normally I record on Wednesdays. Today is Thursday, March 23rd. The reason is a lot of you saw the post. A lot of you sent me really, really kind messages. I didn't get a chance to answer everything, but yeah, my dude is, Frank just need to get some stuff checked out. He's got a couple of things going on and they require a vet. And unfortunately, we're waiting for some results on some tests. And if they come back positive, he might have a pretty intrusive surgery that he's got to get. So fingers crossed for a negative result. So I apologize that I'm a day late. Ultimately, I was in and out of the vet all day. He's just getting tests done. They're taking very good care of him. And he's in a cone today. He's unhappy. So, unfortunately, if you're a fan of Frank's picks, they're going to be on the shelf for a little bit, hopefully not too long. Yeah, like I said, just fingers crossed for a negative result, and then I don't have to worry about it. We'll see. So, there's the story. Don't ask questions. Don't fucking try and make me cry on this podcast. That's Nick's job. Nick's job is to cry on this podcast when Tyson Barrie gets traded, not me. Right? Right. Good. Of course. The other thing I want to mention off the jump before we get into the news was I want to say thank you again to everybody that came out to the Oilers Nation 15th birthday party at the Pine downtown last weekend. I know it's been covered a bunch of times on a few different podcasts, but for me, that was one of the coolest events we've ever done. Normally I kind of sit in a corner at those things. Normally, I kind of just sit there to myself, take some pictures, kind of cruise around. If you know, kind of thing. But this time, I decided to do a little bit different, and I actually wore a name tag with Bag Milk on it, and people were stopping me. I had some really cool conversations with a bunch of you, so thanks for making that party really, really cool. I'm a weird introvert. I've said that multiple times on this podcast, but it was the nation's 15th birthday party. That was a huge day for all of us, and man, it was a great, great Saturday. Not only did the Oilers win, but I got to meet a lot of cool people, and I got to meet just so many of you that have meant so much to us for a long time. Sometimes it was nice to put a face to the handles. Other times we've hung out before. Other times, even still, people were flying in from out of town, driving in from all over the place. And it was just really cool, man. And I appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of you making the trek because it was a Saturday. It was beautiful. Could have done literally anything, but you spent it with us. But the good news is not only did the Oilers win, we also raised a boatload of money for free play for kids, which is ultimately what it's all about. That's why we were all there. Yes, to celebrate the nation's 15th anniversary, but we want to raise a little bit of money for charity. And thanks to you, we sold out the event. It was awesome. Doors opened at noon, and I walked into the place at like 12:20, 12:30 maybe, and it was packed. I was like, fucking hell. I had a couple of buddies. They texted me like, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late. Can I get a table? I'm like, no, you cannot. You cannot. You probably heard on Real Life, but Chalmers said he got in there at like 2:15 or something right after the game started, essentially. And he goes, man, it was rammed in there. And it was just Everybody was there in a good mood. Everybody was there with high spirits. The vibes were excellent. All the nation staff did a great job putting it on. And most importantly, all of you, just thank you so, so much. It was pretty fucking awesome, to be honest. But enough about me yammering on. There's some business to get to. Let's get to the news. I'm working on a deal right now with SYC Brewing. Have you heard of them? Maybe you've tried their beers. They're delicious, and the ciders for that matter. I'm working on a deal with them to come onto the podcast here, so I'm excited about that. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that kind of stuff yet, but fuck it, it's my podcast. I'm doing it anyway, you know? The most important story of the day that I want to get to, and I'm actually, in a way, I'm kind of glad that I got to do this podcast today instead of yesterday, because I got to watch Connor McDavid scoring his 60th goal. The guy's an absolute freak. I don't even know how you can describe it. I wish I was smarter. I wish I had a better vocabulary, more words that I could pull out to accurately describe the way that this guy's season is going, because he is everything we ever hoped he could be, and then some. Remember that clip in the summer when Leon's like, he told Elliot Friedman, Leon Draisaitl was sitting with Elliot Friedman. He goes, I told Connor that he should score 60. He's that fucking good. And was he too? He goes out and scores 60. He goes, oh, you know what, Leon? You're right. I hadn't really considered scoring 60 before, but now that you mention it, I'm going to go out there and do it. So I loved it. I loved everything about it. And even more, I love how humble Connor is. He has no interest in talking to himself. And when Gene Principe asked him about scoring 60 goals, just let's play through these 26 seconds together and just enjoy how awkward it is for Connor to talk about himself.
I'm not suggesting you would tell me what your goals are coming into a season. Do you even set sort of points or goal totals, or you just be Connor McDavid and things happen?
The goal is to get into the playoffs and go on a deep run, and that's the goal. You know, obviously that's what we're still trying to do here, and we're building something. 10 games left to put ourselves in a good spot here, heading into the when the real games count.
I love it. I love it. He didn't want to talk about himself. Gene was trying to pry it out of him, and he's just like, nah. Not today. I want to talk about the team. I want to talk about the playoffs. And Leon Draisaitl, I didn't download the clip in time, but I just saw it as I started recording, where he just was talking about how special Connor is. Just everything about him is awesome. And the fact that those two did it together, that OT goal, come on. If you remember, Austin Matthews scored 60 goals last year. But do you know how he got his 60th?
Tell him, Bagmouth, how did he get his 60th? Old Satan remembers.
Austin Matthews drained it into the empty net. That is not nearly as cool or as fun or as sexy as an OT winner. Sure, it's the Arizona Coyotes. They're pretty bad, but at the same point, they're kind of good. They're playing loose right now. They're playing free. They put the Oilers right on their backs last night, and you got to give them credit for that. Ultimately, the big boys came to play. The big dogs came to eat, and that's what happened. My boy Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets 2. He is just unbelievable this season. He's got 88 points on the year. But Connor, 60 goals with 10 games left. Can he get to 70? Can he get to 70? I really hope so. And here's the other thing. I wouldn't bet against him either. Nope. No interest in betting against him. Not even the slightest of interest in betting against him. You know? I can't wait to see where he ends up. I can't wait, because no matter what your bet was on the season, it's probably low. We revisited some preseason predictions on OWN Radio a couple weeks ago, and mine was 138, which is exactly what he has now. So if Connor doesn't get a point over the last 10 games, which is ridiculous, we all know that, I'll nail it. I'll have nailed it. But yeah. Can he get to 150? Can he blow past 150? It feels like it's a foregone conclusion. I'm not going to say it is, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You're not betting against him, are you? No, of course not. You never would. In fact, if anything, you're going to bet on him. You're going to take those money and you're going to cash it in your jeans. I'll talk about that later in the Betway segment. I love you, Connor. Hell of a season, man. Hell of a season. We're so blessed to watch you. In other well, arguably not as exciting news, if I'm being honest. The Oilers signed Carl Berglund, a college free agent, to a 2-year, 2A contract, or a two-year entry-level contract. That's what I wanted. In 2022-23 with UMass Lowell, 36 games, he had 12 goals, 15 assists for 27 points. The thing with college free agents is outside of the oddities, you know, Johnny Gaudreau, I don't really get too excited about these anymore. I'm happy for Carl Berglund to sign a contract with the Oilers. I'm pumped for him. Hopefully he turns into a player. But as our boy Bruce said today on Oilers Nation, he wrote a little article about getting to know Carl Berglund. And Bruce Kurlock, who is our prospect expert over at OilersNation.com, he just kind of said, listen, do you remember when everybody was arguing over Spencer Fu? That guy has played a total of 4 games in the NHL. So we're happy for him. We love to see it, but maybe relax a little bit. Just give the guy some time to develop. It's never a straight line, never has been, never will be. So, Carl Berglund, congratulations to you, sir. Congratulations to you. See, children already love you. Looking at the schedule, I can't even begin to explain how important Saturday's game against Vegas is. Saturday against Vegas at home. And then you get them again in Vegas on Tuesday. So we've got some huge games coming up here to round out the schedule. Well, to finish off the month of March, I should say. We've got Vegas at home. Got to win that one. But you know what? The Oilers played Vegas well this year. Got a couple of wins over Vegas already. Arizona is on Monday. Coyotes played us real good last night. Real tight game by the Coyotes last night. And at their tiny arena, they're actually got a really solid record. So that is by no means a gimme. By no means a gimme. At home, they are 20-11-3. So you got to go in there on Monday. You got to go into Arizona expecting a fight because they're going to give it to you. And we can't lose to the Coyotes. We need those points. Just like we needed them last night. And we got them. Then, from there, we got another game against Vegas. We got a back-to-back. So you get 2 Vegas games in the span of 4 days. You get 2 Coyotes games in less than a week. And then, on the 30th, the last game of the month, on the Thursday, they are at home to play the Kings. How big are 3 of these 4 games? All 4 of them are, actually. Oilers can win all of these. They're playing well against Vegas. Not so much against LA. Time to show the LA Kings that, hey, the first 2 losses, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. By the way, they haven't seen Mattias Ekholm as an Oiler yet either. You know? They just haven't seen him. And since I got to check in on my boy, how could I not? I fucking love this dude. I know it's only been 11 games. I understand that. But the guy has 3 goals, 6 assists for 9 points, is plus 15. He is just settled in like a nicely fitting glove. You know? It's a cold day. You got to go out and scrape the windshield. Not today. It's beautiful outside. Thankfully, Edmonton is warming up. Fuck me. I was tired of winter. But anyway, he's just sliding in there like he was always a part of this group. Mattias Ekholm's just like, hey guys, here I am. What's up? What is up, man? And it's fun. It's fun to watch because he's doing such great things. 11 games played, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points, plus 15. I fucking love it. The depth scoring right now is fantastic. But since we're talking about Mattias Ekholm, should we check in on our former friends? I haven't done that in a while. How about, let me do a little Googling here. Let me do a little Google machining here. Yes, Puljujärvi, 6 games played with the Hurricanes. He's got 16 shots and is -2. Only played 10 minutes on Tuesday. Are we getting mad at the Hurricanes for only playing Yessa 10 minutes? I'm just saying, you were getting mad at Jay Woodcroft. You gonna get mad at Rob Brendamore too? I'm just putting that out there. Tyson Barrie, on the other hand, 11 games played, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. He's wearing an A too in Nashville. I love Tyson Barrie. I miss him. There's moments on the power play last night when I was like, fuck me, I wish Tyson Barrie was here. I love Bjugstad. I'm a big dad guy. Huge dad guy. But he's just like, he's learning, right? So he fucks things up. Tyson Barrie was dialed in on the power play. He knew exactly where he needed to be, where Connor wanted him to be. Bing, bang, boom in the back of the net. Now, I understand that most of those power play goals run through 3 players not named Tyson Barrie or Evan Bouchard, but still, Either way, dad is doing fine. And a big part of that is, well, how did I get on this anyway? Oh, yeah, Mattias Ekholm. I love him.
Yeah!
I can't wait. I can't wait to go just see how he finishes the season with the Oilers and how he plays a full season with them next year. There's more offense there than we expected. He's better two-way than I expected. Rock solid in the defensive zone. Dude's mean back there. I fucking love him. All hail our bearded Viking overlord. In other new guy news, this story on Global absolutely had me in stitches. Or no, sorry, CTV. CTV. I want to get it proper. In his first week in Edmonton, Nick Bjugstad says, "It's been the best week of my life." Let me read something for you here really quickly because it made me laugh and I love it. And I hope it makes you laugh too if you haven't seen this story yet because it's amazing. Hockey, snow, big shopping malls are some of the favorite things. So Nick Bjugstad was gushing on Tuesday when talking about his new home in the Alberta capital. He's been an Oiler less than 3 weeks, but he's already scored some goals and visited one of his favorite places on earth, West Edmonton Mall.
I can't believe he likes West Edmonton Mall that much. Frankly, I think that mall sucks. You know, you're walking around, you can't find anything. Where the hell did I park my car? The food court's always busy. Actually, you know what? It's pretty cool.
I wanted to reminisce. I started at the rink, told my girls that I played on that ring when I was 10. They didn't care. They wanted to go to the water park. So, what did Nick Bjugstad do? And I quote, "We took them to the water park and I felt like a kid again." That same day, he told reporters how excited he was to be Alberta bound and caught up with a trip to Wem when the kids calling it the best week of my life. One of his kids calling it the best week of his life. After scoring a third goal in 8 games Monday night against the Sharks, he said the city, the team, and the mall have all met his expectations so far. "I have some very good friends from Edmonton, very nice people, love their hockey. I'm from Minnesota, so it's a similar climate, altitude, culture as far as sports go. I think it's even more diehard than Minnesota as far as hockey goes. I hate to admit it. I hope Minnesotans don't hear that." I just love everything about this. So if I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's filled with gold all over the place. So go check that out on CTV's website. Hilarious stuff from Nick Bjugstad. Who comes here, goes to the water park. Sounds like a great day, actually. I've got some buddies we talked about getting some drinks and just going to the water park, getting hammered, going some rides. That sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I love it. I love it. I also love depth scoring. The Oilers are getting a bunch of it too lately. As much as we were complaining about the depth scoring earlier in the year, they're getting goals from all over the place right now, and it is fun to watch. I know last night, all the talk was about my boy got a couple. Some guy named Connor McDavid got one. You know, so we'll take the Arizona game out of the equation. But when you back it up, the San Jose Sharks were here on a Monday, and Jack Campbell, and it took a village of people to get that win done, including goals from the aforementioned Nick Bjugstad. Mattias Ekholm had a pair. Kyler Yamamoto had one. Darnell Nurse with the winner. Depth scoring, man. Depth scoring. I love it. I love it a whole lot. Just makes me feel good, you know? You know what does make me feel good? That game against San Jose. Zach Hyman, that was his 7th goal disallowed. So I want to give a shout out to Pickled Pickles on Reddit. Pickled Pickles put together this amazing list. Well, it's not amazing. Depends how you look at it, really. Of all the goal challenges that Zach Hyman has been a part of, he has been a part of 10 challenges with 7 goals disallowed. So let me run through them. Lightning, November 8th, disallowed for kicking motion. Blackhawks, November 30th, disallowed for goalie interference. The Wild on December 12th. Goal stands after challenge for goaltender interference. So that one counted. Versus the Ducks on the 17th. Disallowed for goaltender interference. Whistle blown down before the puck crossed. Against the Kraken. Draisaitl's goal was overturned because Hyman was offside. Versus Avalanche on January 7th. Hyman goal stands after a challenge for a goaltender interference. You love it. The Canucks on the 21st. Disallowed goalie interference. Flyers, Feb 9th. Disallowed goalie interference. Sabres, disallowed for offside. March 20th, that was Monday, disallowed for goalie interference. I've never seen anything like it. Outside of what we get from Jeremy Coupal. Jeremy Coupal, the video coach, called back 3 goals against the Sharks on Monday. I've never seen anything like that. And you know where we're at? Anytime I see that the Oilers are challenging a goal, I just throw my hands up. I'm like, fucking Coupal. We should all get Coupal jerseys, Jeremy Coupal, and then we'll do -3 on the back. That's his number. I love it. How many other franchises do you think where the fan base loves the video coach like we do? I don't know if I've ever felt more confidence in a video review coach than I do with Jeremy Coupal. Now, he has been here for a long time. He showed up in 2016. So he made it through that run with Todd McClellan where nothing was going our way. These days, he's polished, man. He's polished his craft, and you love to see it. You love to see it. Just like you love to see that the Oilers are currently on a 5-game win streak. They haven't always been pretty. I'll admit it. They haven't been pretty, but damn it, you take the wins when you get them. They're 8-2-0 in their last 10. You go, bag milk. Hang on, I'll do this one.
Bag milk, that sounds really cool. I love to hear that the Oilers are 8-2-0. Surely they must be the best team in the Pacific.
I actually do think they are the best team in the Pacific. However, over those 10 games, LA has also gone 8-0-2, and Vegas has gone 8-2-0. It's hard to gain ground when everybody in front of you is fucking winning, Either way, we'll get there. That's how we'll wrap up the news. The news may be brought to you by someone, but until then, don't tell them I told you. Their beers are delicious, though. SYC Brewing, come on. Go get some. Tell them Bag Milk sent you. Actually, go to the brewery. Tell them Bag Milk sent me here. They might give me more. I want to jump into a couple of bets since I mentioned it real quick. Because your boy's been doing real well lately. Really, really well. And thanks to our friends at Betway, I have been spraying the field with all kinds of stuff over the last couple of weeks, and a lot of it has been going my way. So last night, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins over to score 2+ points. Crushed it. I've hit that 2 games in a row now, by the way. That's a tasty little +120 payout. I wish I knew what the decimal is. That's like 105 or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Also last night, this is another one of my favorite bets right now because it is clicking every single time. Connor McDavid to register 2+ points, Oilers to win on the money line. 5 games in a row, they've hit the money line. And then Connor, 2 points. Like, it's funny when you look at betting sites now. And it's funny when I check in on Betway. And it's like, I wonder what it is Connor McDavid to score a goal. And they just go, the odds are actually pretty terrible because he's going to score a goal. Listen, if you bet effectively, we'll give you some money. But we're not just here giving out free money. But if you're looking for a couple of extra shekels in your jeans, try that one. That's my bet du jour right now. Edmonton Oilers to win on the money line. Connor McDavid to score 2+ points. Will I hit it again on Saturday? Only time will tell. But I believe in Connor and the road to 70. We are on the road to 70 era, people, and I believe in him. And there you go for my friends at Betway. Provided that you are of legal gambling age and you do so responsible. Promise? Okay, cool.
So, you like this podcast, Better Lait Than Never with Bag Milk. Why don't you go to your favorite podcast app, like, subscribe, share, leave a review. Oh, you sexy human.
You want to see a man, boy? I'll show you a man. Kick me in the jimmy.
For Trilogy Oilfield Rentals, it is time for the righteous sack beating. If you go to trilogyrentals.ca, you will see that they are an established provider of oilfield rental tools, full-time operating units in Provost, Weyburn, and Kindersley. They also provide seasonal and project-specific stations in Fort St. John, Fort McMurray, Lac La Biche, and others as customers require. You know the tools. They got the rental tools, fishing tools, drilling tools, coil tools. Come on. Get on over to trilogyrentals.ca. Get the details you need for the job you have at hand. The thing that pisses me off today, I was thinking about it. My friend Travis Dakin tweeted last night, and I saw it and I thought about it, and it still annoys me. Connor McDavid scored the OT winner, his 60th goal of the season at 1:30 a.m. last night. 1:20 a.m. to be specific. But 1:30 a.m., nobody fucking saw it unless you're an Oilers fan on the East Coast. Nobody saw it. What is the NHL doing? There was 2 games last night. Why did we start at 9 o'clock Mountain Time when the game was in Rogers Place? I don't understand what they're doing. You have the greatest hockey player of all time. I said it. Playing at his best right now. His best hockey. No, this is no disrespect to Wayne Gretzky. Obviously, he's the GOAT. But like right now, if the most skilled player of all time is Connor McDavid, that's what I'm saying. If your goal is to grow the game and show people what the NHL is all about, how do you have the Edmonton Oilers that feature the 1 and 2 top scorers in the league playing so late that nobody watches it? Nobody. I mean, our German friends were watching it. You know they were. Doesn't matter what time, they'll get up and watch them games. Love those Germans. I miss them already, actually. But like, if you're just a casual hockey fan on the East Coast, my phone's ringing. That looks like Telus. I do not want to talk to you. If you're on the East Coast, like, what are we doing here? Nobody watched that game. They saw the highlights this morning. They didn't really realize how exciting the OT was. Maybe they saw the highlight of Leon's pass. Maybe they saw the highlight of Leon's other pass. Maybe they saw the highlight of Leon's other 2 passes. But it's not the same as watching it in the moment when the pressure's on and the building's jumping. I don't know what the NHL is doing with their scheduling. I have friends in Toronto. They're like, I had to watch the last half of the game this morning when I woke up. Like, that's stupid. It is dumb. I get that schedules don't always allow for us to put the games where we want, and that TV rights will be what they are. But let's lose our head here. Let's use our head, not lose our head. The NHL lost their head. Let's use our heads here and put Connor McDavid in primetime, because that's where everybody wants to watch him. But if you were on the East Coast or more Eastern than Alberta yesterday, and you stayed up to watch that game, I salute you. But the NHL doesn't care about you. And they don't care about marketing their game effectively until they make a change that puts Connor in primetime on a nightly basis. The Oilers are fun to watch. They have the 2 best players in the NHL. Why don't you want more people to watch them? What aren't you telling us? What's really going on here? For Trilogy Rentals, there's a Reggie Sack beating.
You want to see a man, boy? I'll show you a man. Kick me in the jimmy.
This is Captain Felton in Vancouver with your fair weather fan report. Canucks have blown 3 straight games with multi-goal leads, so Quaz in the fan base can suck hard for Bedard. Back to you, Bag Milk.
I wish I knew when the captain left that voicemail, because it's out of date now, obviously. And the Canucks have actually played themselves out of the Bedard standings in a way, haven't they? Let me check the standings. I don't know where we're at. Let's go in the league. All I care about is the Oilers, really, if I'm being honest. All I care about is the Oilers. Dead last right now as I'm recording March 23rd. Columbus, San Jose, Chicago. Vancouver's in 25th. What the fuck are you doing? That's a hometown kid. You had the chance to get him. Not playing this way, dummies. Pfft, unbelievable. Time for the voicemail. For South Island Pies. It's the voicemail. Listen, here's what I want to say. I ordered a couple of boxes of South Island Pies. Jamie, if you're listening to this, I wanted to enjoy them as they came. I wanted to be surprised. So I saw Jamie at the 15th anniversary party, and he goes, Bag Milk, just like, let me know what your order is. I'll chuck a couple things in there. I didn't want him to do it. And I'll tell you why. Because today, or I guess this was last night, I got to have the Old Faithful. The Old Faithful is arguably one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. It's got everything you want. The pastry is light and flaky. The mince and the cheese, they work perfectly together. It's fantastic. If you don't know what I'm talking about, mince is hamburger, essentially. But it's more than that. It's more than that. So, Jamie, let me tell you, the Old Faithful arguably could be one of the greatest things I've ever put in my mouth. Ever in the history of eating. I mean it. If you want to try these, and damn it, I encourage you to do it because they're fantastic. You can use the promo code NATION20 to get 20% off your order. South Island Pies in-store and online. Uprootfoodstore.ca. That's where you got to go if you get delivery. But damn it, I encourage you to get some of these pies in you because I may make another one today if I'm being honest. You can't even stop me. I'm an adult. I'm in my own house. You can't do shit about it, right? First voicemail, what's up?
Hey, Big Dog. I just wanted to brag a little bit. So
Brag away, man.
I got this nice $50 free bet on Play Alberta. That's what I used to bet.
You mean Betway?
So I thought to myself, I'm like, well, I need to make some real money off this.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the Leafs. And I hate betting on the Leafs, but I got the Leafs at plus 200 to beat the Carolina Hurricanes. And let's just say I turned... Since I deposited 20 into my account on Monday, and I just hit $134 in my betting account, I am very proud of myself.
Yeah, you should be proud of yourself. That's a nice little return. I'm going to give you one of these, and I'm going to give you one of these. Very nice betting, sir. May the odds be forever in your favor. Pretty sure that's from the Hunger Games. I think it's from the Hunger Games. Actually, you know what? I know that's from the Hunger Games, but I'm going to say it to you right now anyway, because you're winning. Keep winning, brother.
Big Milk, I got beef with you.
Okay.
I got beef, man.
Nick, I'm ready. You want me to throw down today? I'm feeling salty. I'm on edge anyway. Let's do it.
You have got me intrigued by the goddamn wizard. The motherfucking wizard.
If you don't know what the wizard is, let Satan jump in here and give you a little education. The wizard is a man on TikTok whose page is fantastic. Not because he makes great content. No. This man drinks his own piss. Not only does he drink his own piss, he loves it. He fucking loves it. He calls it urine therapy. It's not therapy, bro. You're drinking your own piss. And the way he does it, he'll swirl it in a mason jar, and down the hatch he goes. He even said in one of his videos that the most delicious and nutritional and, what did he say? Like mineral-filled? Something disgusting anyway. Is the first piss in the morning.
Nobody better can explain it better than Satan. Nick, back to you.
I never once heard of the wizard before you mentioned him on real life. Now I can't get day 3 of me not drinking my own urine.
It's the best. So again, Satan, what was the wizard's problem?
Well, Bag Milk, let me tell you, the wizard had a real hard time not drinking his own delicious piss. Every day was a struggle for him not to down a delicious jar of piss. Every single day, he would wake up in the morning, he'd hydrate, he'd dehydrate, and damn it, he'd be sad because he wasn't drinking all that delicious piss.
Something like that. Right, Nick?
Out of my head. Oh my God. Like, the segment of the wizard is absolutely crazy because I don't know if you know this. The wizard got banned. I'm recording this on Saturday.
No.
The wizard is banned.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
So, because it started with when I first saw it.
Are we not allowed to make art? Are we not allowed to entertain? Show people new ways of life? Come on, damn it. Can't ban the wizard. How dare you?
He drank all the maple syrup, and then his pee tasted sweet. And
yeah, a lot of people told him he had diabetes, too.
Everyone told him he had diabetes. And then he's like, oh, diagnosed why my pee's sour now. Oh. And then he did his public toilet review, which was in, like, the middle of, like, a goddamn forest. And then the most intriguing thing is someone commented something about how we should try poop therapy.
Oh, no.
Poop therapy.
Nope.
And he made a response saying, I will not be doing that. No one will be eating poop on this TikTok page.
Well, even the wizard has
so
standards.
The question has to be asked, where's the line drawn? So clearly piss is okay, but shit is bad. So my question is, where does diarrhea fall?
Well, let me tell you. The thing about drinking piss is, and I actually read about this after finding the wizard, so I know a little something here. You can actually drink your own piss. It's sterile. You can only drink it, I think it's twice in a row before it turns toxic. So you gotta hydrate before that. Can't just be straight piss you're drinking. You'll get yourself sick. But ultimately, you can do it. You can. You're not going to hurt yourself. You can cure jellyfish sting. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. But poo is just bacteria, man. I actually thought we were going to argue about something. Now I'm upset that the Wizards banned on TikTok. Now it makes sense I haven't seen him in a couple of days. Ben, what's up?
Milk. So, if it's okay, could you just press the applause button real quick?
Hang on one sec, Ben. I'm going to press the applause button here for you. There we go. Back to Ben.
Okay, that applause.
Yep.
It was for Oodle Noodle.
Oh, nice.
I went there yesterday. It is one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah, it is.
You have to go.
I agree with you, Ben. I eat Oodle Noodle all the time. Actually, before you continue, you know what? I'm gonna tell you after. I hope you got one.
Well, you've gone, but I'm speaking mostly to the other listeners, I guess. But yeah, I got I think it's like a Tokyo glaze.
Delish.
I think what it's called.
Teriyaki, essentially.
Perfection.
It is.
Chef's kiss.
Mm.
And I am a very picky eater.
Oh, that's good to know.
So yeah, just a quick praise to Oodle Noodle. Yeah, see you, Big Milk.
I appreciate that, Ben. I appreciate that, and I'll give you another one of these. All right. By the way, if you go into Oodle Noodle, any of the Edmonton locations anyway, sorry, Calgary, you can grab free Oilers Nation stickers. Go in, grab some spring rolls. Be like, excuse me, sir, may I please have some Oilers Nation stickers? And then go, here you go. No problem. Shout out to Ben. I hope you got a sticker, pal. If you're listening to this and you want to go back for another Tokyo Glaze, make sure you get a sticker. Make sure you get a sticker. What is going on here? My soundboard. Here we go. Liam Leeson.
Hi, Bag Milk. This message is going out to Nick.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
Is this going to get me flagged?
If you're
looking to annoy innocent Oilers fans,
I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very short career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
If you leave the Wrapped in Red event out of this podcast now,
that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you.
That is, you know what? That's a good shout. If you missed it, Nick bamboozled us last week with the Rogers Wrapped in Red event, for fuck's sakes. I'm glad Liam Leeson has checked in here and was threatening him with some violence.
I will not
use the power of AI to insult your strange fixation with Tyson Barrie.
But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will roast you.
I hope that doesn't get me flagged on YouTube for a copyright violation. I think I should be okay, but we'll see. That was really well done. Liam Leeson. Lest anybody believe that was actually Liam Neeson, it wasn't. It was Liam Leeson.
Bagged milk.
Yes.
Bagged milk. I have some opinions on Monday's game against the Sharks.
Let's do it.
It never should have been that close.
No, I agree.
I'm going to say it. 27-15 in high danger shot chances. You want to take another one off the board for Zach Hyman with a challenge? How about Jeremy Coupal? How about we just take 3 off the board and give Jeremy Coupal the hat trick of 3 disallowed goals?
Like I said earlier in the podcast, we should all get Jeremy Coupal jerseys and put a -3 on it. I've never seen that before. I doubt I'll ever see it again. The guy was on fire.
Haha, take that, shark fin soup people. Calgary Flames lost 8-2 to the Los Angeles Kings.
Yes, they did.
You ate to see it. Haha, suck it. I feel no sympathy for the Calgary Flames. And Mattias Ekholm. Mattias Ekholm. Dude's a North Scott out there. What a fucking Viking.
Yep.
10 games, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points, plus 15 rating, 59% expected goals for percentage, 5v5.
Nerd shit.
My man is basically Thor out there.
Yes, he is.
You know what? You know what, man? He's the answer. He's the answer.
He very well could be the answer. I said that on Twitter the other day, and people got mad at me. People don't like when I give out the answer award, but damn it, Mattias Ekholm could be. Thanks for the message, sir. That Sharks game was weird. And, you know, the goaltending was a little... MMT? Question mark?
Hey, BM.
What up?
It's Kyle the Embaumer. Just thought I'd give my quick finale update on how I feel about how I felt about MILF Manor.
Oh, MILF Manor.
The finale finally came. I had no idea it was even going to be the finale. I'm not overly sad because kind of got boring, a little anticlimactic. But
yeah, I agree. Actually,
I really am. Hope you're right about the second season because
it was boring. We didn't get enough fucking, is what I'm going to say. I'm just going to say it. These kids didn't know how to handle these cougs. They were being all polite and shit. Some of these ladies were just like, they were looking at them with hungry eyes. So yes, Kyle, I agree with you.
It needs more drama, more excitement. There was barely any fights. There was barely any hookups. Like, what was the point? What was the even point? I guess I'll just give you my feelings about how it ended. So
go for it.
Joy in April.
I actually think I fell asleep during the finale, if I remembering my Sunday correctly. Like nation birthday party Saturday, I was slow moving Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. We put in a big shift. Actually, Kyle, I saw a photo of you sleeping at 7 p.m. I love it.
Joy's just so awkward. It's probably best that they didn't really work out, and it's probably best maybe he contacts Emma and see where that goes. Gabe and Steph, well, good riddance. Hope they found each other, but I really don't even feel like it will last past them landing the plane back in the States.
Guaranteed.
Ryan and Pola, I'm happy for them. I actually do hope that they work out. They're so nice, and
they were nice.
I think they're good for each other. Jose and Kelly, I'm surprised but not surprised. I don't see that working out either, but it is.
I was surprised. This is just a bad matchup, Jose and Kelly with an E. They were a bad matchup. He was just thirsty is what he was, Jose.
But it is. I know this happened on a Tuesday because I was at the game last night, so I will get to my opinion on the game in the next voicemail.
All right. Kyle will leave that in for you coming up right now.
As promised, Kyle the Embaumer again.
So
first, I just want to say, Nation Party, so much fun.
It was fun.
I'm so glad I finally got to get out, put some faces to some of the names from some of the people I've been chatting with.
Yeah.
In, Nation Everyday, the voicemails, After Dark, it's great. Getting to meet all the people from all the guys from Oilers Nation finally. It was just so much fun. I look forward to being able to hopefully make it to some more of those parties in the future. Now,
it was great. It was great. Kyle and I actually know each other outside of the Nation environment. So number one, Kyle's never been that excited to meet me. Ultimately disappointing now that I'm hearing him gush over, Tyler. Number two, do come to an event. Take Kyle's word as an endorsement for Nation events. Playoffs are coming. We know we're going to throw some parties.
I was at the game last night, and what a roller coaster that was.
Mm-hmm. Last night being the Sharks.
Never mind the disallowed goals. The Hyman disallowed, I felt was really soft.
Super
guy
soft.
Can't catch a break.
I actually thought that both there was two disallowed goals that I thought were super soft. The Hyman one, really, really soft call. And then the one that the Sharks had one that I thought was just like awful. I thought it was both ways actually, but whatever. Anyway, back to you.
And no penalty for Reimer for tackling Nuge? What?
I thought he was scared of that kind of thing. Hoyo!
The fuck was with that? We had such a sloppy first and second period.
Terrible.
Glad we finally pulled it together in the third, and never should have went to overtime, but I'm glad we managed to pull off the win. And Campbell I'd have a hard time putting him in goal in the playoffs as a backup. And how do we even get him one more start before the end of the year?
Well, I would imagine he's probably starting Monday against the Coyotes with the Golden Knights being the second half of the back-to-back on Tuesday, I think you probably want Stu to play against Vegas, or do you flip it because you want to win the game, guarantee the win game? Of course, there are no guarantees. You know what I mean? Win the game on Monday against the Coyotes again, and then just throw your hands in the air and pray for Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see.
Unless, the season's already tied up and positions are scheduled. So that's about it. Hopefully we can finish this out great.
10 games to go. 10 games to go. Kyle was at the game against the Sharks. Won against the Coyotes. Wasn't pretty, but we got the job done.
Already Bag Milk. A couple of quick ones for today's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 Oilers, not named McDavid or Draisaitl, in terms of what they bring on the ice.
Nugent Hopkins. So I'm going to go before you go. I'm going to go Nugent Hopkins for real. Zach Hyman for real. Mattias Ekholm for real. I will also throw Evander Kane in there. I'm taking 4 because I'm selfish.
In the playoffs. So who are the most important? And what does Evan Bouchard's next contract look like?
That's a good question. I would love to see the Oilers clef bomb him in the sense that was a max term contract of like $4 million or whatever. So inflate accordingly. If we could get something done like that, I'd love it. Frank Saravalli seems to think it's going to be a bridge deal. I probably agree with him, but probably going to be a bridge deal.
With that being said, Archangel Michael, you may remember him from last week. He broke into my room and he left a note for all of you. It says here, I am Archangel Michael and I'm coming for all of you. I am coming for Dux the Australian's Vegemite. I don't know what that is.
Vegemite's delicious.
I'm coming for Ben's lunch money, so he can't buy lunch. Crap. Bagged Milk, he's coming for you too, apparently.
What did I do?
Bagged Milk's red wine and cable network, so he can't watch MILF Manor.
How dare you?
That's a weird show, man.
Yeah.
I watched one episode and I turned it off.
That was a great show.
And,
Just needs to be better.
He's coming to steal your girl.
What?
Oh no.
You can't steal
I am
my
Archangel
girl.
Michael and I am staking my claim and starting this beef.
I like that it's been like 3 episodes with Satan on the show and he's already starting beef with people.
Listen, that's what I do. If you want to beef with Satan, then come at me, bro.
All right, relax.
Hey, Big Milk. I was just wondering when Wanye's album is going to be done and when he's going to release it.
So here's the story. Wanye actually spent some of his own money to get some of this going and started. But the beats he got back were so bad that he didn't know where to go from there. So it kind of got shelved. So what I need you guys all to do is if it's game day and you notice that Wanye is running the Oilers Nation account, hit him up with, where's the album, Wanye? Where is the album? I agree. Where is that album?
Right, so I hope this one gets in time for this week. Just a quick one for that son of a bitch who wanted to sacrifice me to the devil or whatever to get Campbell going.
Yeah, I mean, yep. He just took a shot at you again, bro.
Mate, I'll give you a red hot tip. I've already made a deal with the devil. Satan sold me his soul. So I control that bloke.
That's not how the deal went, jabroni. I stole your soul. I've got it in a jar next to my bed. I keep it full of paper clips and your soul. But that's where it is. Satan keeps your soul behind his bed with his paper clips. Take that.
That's right, you deep voice motherfucker, Satan. I'm talking about you. Anyway, get a dog up, yo. Let's go. Not here, fuck spiders. Play La Bamba, baby. Let's go, Oilers.
Satan doesn't have to take your shit. Satan doesn't have to take your shit. Satan doesn't have to take your shit. There, I said it 3 times. Now what are you gonna do? Call Beetlejuice, go into the room, do that thing where you ask for what's her name and she pops out of the mirror. That's what you're dealing with right now. I've got your soul in a fucking jar, sitting with paper clips. There's also some potpourri in there and it smells lovely.
Wow. Ari again, what's up?
Listen, Bagged Milk. So I saw the tweet. I hope Frank's feeling all right. Hope you're doing good as well, and hoping for a speedy recovery so we can get him off LTIR. as fast as possible. Right? Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. I said off the jump, yeah, Frank's got some tests going on and, a potential surgery down the line if these tests come back positive. So fingers crossed for negative results, everybody. Do me a favor.
Hey, Big Mo. Just hope this gets in time. I just wanted to say, hope you're doing okay. Hope my man Frank is doing okay. It's tough to see an animal go through stuff like that, especially like you've said during the pandemic, it was you and Frank. So I know you guys are very close. So just know that me, every listener on this podcast, and every nation citizen is thinking about you. And I hope you're both doing well.
Thanks, Nick. Again, don't try to make me cry. That's your job. Tyson Barrie got traded. He's no longer an Oiler. That's your job. But thank you, honestly, for real. Jokes aside.
That being said, I had a little RSB. I hate
whoa. Hang on.
You want to see a man, boy? I'll show you a man. Kick me in the jimmy.
All right, there you go.
Or people discount players who played in different eras because, the NHL is so much harder now. It's so much harder to do X now than it was then. I just think that's an incredibly lazy take, man. Like the NHL is more evolved now.
I think guys should get back to lunging rats between periods. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
But look at all the equipment. I know, like it's been said before, like Brian Burke said, when he played, guys couldn't afford to live off a hockey player's salary. They had to work in the summer. So of course they can't train the way they do now. Training camp was designed to get in shape.
That is true. There's a great documentary on Crave, if you've got it, about Shaq. And Shaq was hilarious because he talked about exactly that. He's like, listen, man, training camps for getting in shape. I spent the whole summer relaxing. The big man's got to relax. It's different, but it's same, but different.
If you're not coming to training camp in the best shape of your life, you're doing something wrong. But I think the big thing is the equipment. I don't know if I've said it on here before. My grandpa was a hockey player. He was the player coach of the Lethbridge Maple Leafs, which won the 1951 World Championships.
Cool.
I own his skates and I own his stick. I love Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid would not score 20 goals wearing those skates or using that stick.
Were they tube skates?
Stop discounting players because they played back then. Look at their equipment.
Let me tell you a little story about Young Bag Milk. When I first started playing hockey, we didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up. And I used to wear these used tube skates. So look those up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Used tube skates that sometimes the laces didn't even do up well. They had a big fucking blade essentially sticking out of the back end of the boot. They were so unsafe. I got to kick somebody's eye out with those things for sure. But the point I guess that I'm making is, yeah, the equipment has evolved a lot. Again, when I was a little kid first starting out, I used to wear my dad's gloves and they used to go up basically all the way up the forearm and they were bulletproof. You couldn't move anything. So imagine like 7-year-old me trying to shoot a puck with those fucking things on. I also say, since you brought up sticks as well, on the PK, let's make everybody use a wood stick. No sticks are breaking, although I haven't noticed a lot of sticks breaking as much lately. There was a period, though, where sticks were snapping all over the place. Bring back wood sticks, or at the very least, the silver Gretzky Easton. That was my prized possession when I was in, I want to say Adam. I don't know what the levels are called anymore. I don't have kids, you know? What are you going to do? And with that, we're going to wrap up the voicemail. Again, I'm telling you, turn this down some more. Go to South Island Pies. Grab some. Improve your life. You want to order? You want to order delivery? You want to be lazy? Do it. Do what I did. Have it show up at your door. Go to uprootfoodstore.ca. Uprootfoodstore.ca. Use the promo code NATION20. You will get 20% off your order. That also works in store as well. Get yourself some pies, man. Get yourself some pies. Jamie, if you listen to this, again, I know you tried to do on Saturday, and I appreciate you. But I'm doing my own thing. I'm eating pies. And now that it's 4:52, as I'm done recording this podcast, I am going to make another one right meow. So, for all of our friends at Trilogy Rentals, the audio department, Betway, and South Island Pie Company, please enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back to a regularly scheduled program hopefully next week. But if not, you know, it is called Better Late Than Never. And here I am. I'm late. But at least we got a podcast done. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Why won't you kiss me? Why won't you kiss me on the mouth?
Don't be so cold. Put your hand in mine. Let's have a nice time with the meeting of our holes.